Okay, more police officers as well as special constables will patrol the TTC every day, effective immediately.
Police Chief Myron Demkew says nearly 100 additional officers will be assigned to the transit system. It comes at the end of a week filled with violence on TTC property, including a 16-year-old boy who was seriously injured after being stabbed several times on a bus.
Toronto Police Service will be increasing our daily presence within the transit system. We will do this primarily through a significant number of callback shifts, which are shifts filled by off-duty officers in an overtime capacity. We are doing this so that on duty, frontline officers remain available to respond to priority calls.
And along with that, CP24's Lindsay Biscaya is following this story this morning at the busiest station in the TTC network, Bloor Yonge Station. Lindsay.
Yeah, good morning, Bakari. And you know what? I actually poked my head into the station just last half hour just to see if there were any police around, and I couldn't see any. But I did speak with some TTC employees who were hanging around the station, and they said that the police are usually around during rush hour. So I'm just trying to confirm that with Toronto Police to see if that is actually the situation moving forward. If officers are only showing an increased presence during rush hour in the morning and in the afternoon. But that's where TTC employees say they've seen the most officers. Yesterday, apparently at this station, there was about 7 different officers roaming around. So it definitely sounds like there's an increased police presence. As to whether this is actually going to help, I did ask these TTC employees this. Obviously, they're not going to speak on camera, and they didn't actually really want to answer me. They just kind of said, time will tell. We'll have to see what happens. Of course, police officers are always welcome at the station, they said. But whether this actually puts an end to this real increase in violence that we've been seeing, especially just in the last week, that we will have to wait and see. Now, we did speak with ATU Local 113 president. That represents about thousands of transit workers across Toronto and York region about this. And, you know, that president said, this is a start, and it's a good start, but maybe it doesn't address the root cause of these problems. Have a listen.
I think it's a start, but I think we're taking care of the symptom as opposed to the root causes. Some of the issues that are happening right now in transit include the underhoused, mental illness in the system. Right now, I think it's not being addressed directly. We're talking around these issues. We're trying to take care of these issues or how it's happening. But again, we want to stop it from happening altogether. We don't want to just have it and people arrested. We want these acts not to occur.
And when covering various different incidents that have happened on the TTC over the last few months, you know, people have been telling me that what they would like to see is an increased police presence to maybe stem this violence, although there are some people that don't want to see that. They say that this is not going to help anything at all. So different opinions for sure, but again, we'll have to wait and see how this works out. Back to you for now.
All right, Lindsay Biscaya live for us downtown this morning. Thanks, Lindsay.